Yo, what's up everybody, GameTutz TV here, and welcome to another old school RuneScape tier list video. Last time we did a bossing tier list, and I think that was a relative success. Spoiler alert, if I were to go back and change a few things, because I often like to critique my past self, I would probably be a little bit more generous to Barrows. Otherwise, I thought that tier list video was a pretty big success. Although not a lot of people watched it, got a decent amount of dislikes for whatever reason, probably because people don't agree with me. Oh well. Nonetheless, I really enjoy making tier lists, and you know, my channel is heavily old school RuneScape oriented, and I figure I'd do some old school RuneScape tier lists. So today we are going to be looking at the various Slayer tasks on old school RuneScape, and pretty much just ranking them from S down to F, and then going up it gets better and better. So F is pretty much block, D is like pretty much cancel. Wow, that was some insane thunder right there, holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, F is pretty much an automatic block. D is pretty much skip every time. C is, you know, whatever, I might skip it, I might do it. B is pretty good, not going to cancel it very often. A, I'm going to happily do it every single time. And S, whenever I get this task, I shit my pants. I want to try and keep this open as far as, you know, a task on an Iron Man versus a task on a main account, because there are some Slayer tasks on a main account that might be really good, and then on an Iron Man not so much, and vice versa. Perfect example, Kurasks on an Iron Man are awesome. Same for like Slayer Tower neck reels. On a main account, I mean, they're not very significant. So yeah, without further ado, speaking of Kurasks, we're gonna start with that. I'm actually, let's see, the Iron Man in me wants to put it in S tier, but main account, like I said, it's decent. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Ooh. When I did it on my main, I'm not gonna lie, I think I canceled it. I might even have them blocked. For that reason, I love them on my Iron Man, hate them on my, not hate them, but dislike them on my main. So I think we're gonna put them in B tier. Yeah. Minions of Scribus, I believe. I've never done these in my life. Every time I get them, I block them on both accounts. So F tier. Sorry, I know they're good XP or whatever with a cannon. I don't use a cannon when I do my Slayer. Skeletal Wyverns. Hell yeah, dude. They drop fucking great items whenever I get them. Sometimes they can be kind of annoying because they take forever whenever I'm, you know, ranging them. It's like a freaking 3-hour long task. But at the same time, the drops are amazing. I'm going to put it in A tier. I don't think it's quite S tier. Because I'm sure if you've watched some of my Iron Man videos, whenever I get them, I'm like, oh my god, I get these so much. I'm not annoyed by it necessarily, but I like variety. Still, good Slayer task. Turrouts, they're kind of a shittier version of Kurasks. Main account, not a big fan. Iron Man, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm going to put them in C tier. Bloodvelds, I love Bloodvelds. Incredibly AFK, they give a shit ton of melee and Slayer XP. I am going to put them in, I want to put them in S tier, but they don't really drop anything, so I'm going to put them in A tier. Dark Beasts, I don't even know what to say about Dark Beasts. Their drops are terrible, for the most part, and you don't really get a whole lot of them assigned. The Slayer XP is not that good. I guess a Dark Bow is, I don't know how much it is, like mil maybe. I'm going to put it in D tier, really. I mean, I don't skip it, because you're only going to get, like, even when you have it extended, I think you only get, like, 80 or something assigned. I don't know, I don't have them extended on any of my accounts, but when I normally get them assigned, I get like 20 or less, so it takes like 2 minutes. Avian Seas, that is going in S tier. Even when you're killing the regular ones, man, those noted Addy bar drops are pretty good. Whenever I get them on both accounts, though, I'm obviously going to Kriara to try and get those expensive Armadillo pieces, so that's definitely an S tier without a shadow of a doubt. Abyssal Demons, you know, I do kill Sire, even though it's not my favorite boss. For some reason, though, I'm still very persistent in killing it on both my accounts. And obviously the regular Abyssal Demons are pretty awesome. They're AFK, they have a lot of HP, pretty good Slayer XP, you can get the Abyssal Whip Drop. I'm going to go ahead and put them in A tier. It feels like they should be in S tier, but I'm going to leave S tier for like my ultimate task. Whenever I get them, I shit my pants. Fossil Island Wyverns. Once again, it's not something I I skip very often. It's not something I'd ever block, but it's not something I seek out. It's not something I'm really happy with whenever I get it assigned. I'm going to put it in C tier. Ancient Wyverns are pretty good money, I guess. Sometimes I kill those, but... Black Demons. Oh, yes. Demonic Gorillas all the way. You know, and, you know, they drop a lot of rune items on top of the Zenite shards, of course. I'm going to go ahead and put these in A tier. Dagonauts. S tier, bro. Dagonoth Kings are like my favorite boss in the game. Fuck yeah, dude. Without no hesitation. Greater Demons. Let's see. On my Iron Man, I like them a lot because I can just go straight to Krill Tsaroth. My main account, though, I mean, I know Zamorak Spears have went up a lot. Like, they're like 15 mil or something ridiculous. But back in the day when I did Slayer on my main account, Zami Spears weren't really worth, you know, killing Zami for. But now that's changed. So I'm going to put... I am going to put Greater Demons actually in the B tier. Yeah, we're going to put it in the B tier. Because I don't love Zami. But when I get it, I'm just like, alright, let's do some Zami, I guess. Abbey Specters, I don't know, they're pretty meh. I'll do it every time I get them because they have a lot of, you know, good herb drops. They don't really drop anything else significant, and they don't have a lot of GP value on a main account. I feel like they're borderline B, but I definitely prefer Kurasks and Greater Demons over these things, so I feel like C tier might be a little rough. But I'm going to put it there. Addy Dragons. I've never done an Addy Dragons task in my life. If I got them assigned, I'd probably do them. Actually, no, I think I have done them a little bit. But I definitely never seek these out. I'm going to put this in D tier. I'm not going to put it in F tier because I'd never block it because you just don't get that many assigned. But, yeah. Ankus. Right. These things are going to go in C tier. Only reason they're going in C tier, obviously they have dog shit drops. They don't drop anything of significance. But whenever you get them as a task, they are... one of like the shortest tasks in the world, and they're like easy Slayer points. Seriously, like whenever I get them from Duradel or something, they'll assign me like 60. Go to the Slayer Stronghold Slayer dungeon, and it takes like 3 minutes to get the task done. Not even shitting you. Trolls. This is F tier. I hate trolls so much. I don't know why. I just every single account I have, I always block these motherfuckers. I can't stand them one bit, and that might be an oddity for some because like it's not that bad of a task, but for me. That's what I have to say about those goddamn trolls. Black Dragons. What can I say, man? I love Black Dragon tasks. I love killing KBD on both accounts every time I get them. I don't get them too often. I don't know if I have them extended on my Iron Man. I think I do. I'm not quite sure though. But I have like almost 1,000 KBD KC on my main account, which is purely from killing on Black Dragon's tasks. I want to put it in S tier, but at the same time, when I get a Black Dragon's task, let's be honest, I'm not like overjoyed as opposed to these other two tasks. So we're going to put that in A tier. Blue Dragons. Normally I hate them. I block them because they take forever, and it's one of those things where I feel shitty not picking up the blue dragon hide and the dragon bones because I feel like you're just wasting it. But at the same time, if you're going to pick them up every time, you're going to have to do like fucking 10 trips to complete the task, and it's going to take forever. And, you know, yeah, I'm very... Blue dragons actually bother me a lot. And I'm very not sure where to put these things. I want to put it in C tier, but at the same time, I kind of want to put it in D tier. I think I have these things blocked on my main account. And for that reason, I'm actually going to put them in D tier. Once again, that might be kind of controversial. But whatever. We'll do another sweep at the very end of this just to make sure there are some things that are in certain locations that I want to change. Brine Rats. D tier, I guess. You never really get this assigned. That's why I don't have them blocked. But I guess once you get the Brine Saber, they have like 50 hit points. They're kind of in a shitty location. So yeah, I'll put it in D tier. Cave Horrors. Ooh. I've actually like never gotten a Cave Horror task in my Iron Man, which is kind of strange. I don't know why. On a main account though, the Black Mask is like 1 mil now, and they are very easy to kill. Slayer XP is pretty shit, but I'm gonna put them just because the Black Mask being so expensive. I'm actually gonna put them in B tier. I don't think they're B tier for an Iron Man, but for a main account, yeah. Kraken. I have such a love-hate relationship with Kraken. Kraken is an amazing boss for an Iron Man and a main account. It's AFK. You get a lot of money. Like its drops are really expensive. You want to get those Kraken tentacles to try and get that upgraded Trident of the Seas for the Iron Mans out there. But at the same time, the hate for me and the love-hate relationship comes from the fact that they take so fucking long. Like, whenever you get a Kraken task, that's like 4 hours at least. Maybe not 4 hours, like 3 hours. But I do have them extended, and I do them pretty much every time I get them. God, S tier is so limited. I'm not gonna put it in S tier. God, I feel like I should just put some of them up there because it just feels wrong only having like 2 or 3 in there. But we're gonna keep it. Once again, we might go down a big sweep at the very end and put something else in there. What is this? Drakes? They're alright, I guess. Their drops are decent. I like the bones for the Iron Man. I always pick those up and bank them. They're pretty AFK. They've got a lot of HP, so the Slayer XP is not bad. I'm actually going to put them in B tier. Might be different for others. Some people probably put them in C or D, but I'm going to put them in B tier. I actually kind of like them. What is this? Dust Devils? Oh yeah, baby. S tier all the way. I love Dust Devils. I just love bursting. I don't know why. I really find it exciting and fascinating. Maybe it's because I don't do it very often. Like, they're pretty much the only task I burst outside of maybe Smoke Devils. And I really like Dust Devils a lot. They're one of my favorite tasks. What can I say? Whenever I get a Dust Devils task, I'm always really happy. Elves? Oh, I think I have Elves blocked. Yeah, anything that I know that I have blocked is going in the F tier. Sorry, I'm just not a fan. Fire Giants, they don't drop anything, including clue scrolls, which sucks because I love killing monsters. I love doing clue scrolls. They are pretty good Slayer XP though. They're one of those monsters I find that you don't want to pray against them because it just feels weird. But at the same time, they do a decent bit of damage. So I want to put them in D tier, but I don't cancel it almost every time. I do them a decent amount. Not every time, but most times. Gargoyles. Gargoyles are great. I mean, they're just straight cash, homie. Shout out to Randy Moss. I mean, there are people who have gargoyle alts. You know, they have hella alchable drops for the Iron Man out there. I mean, you can kill the gargoyle boss. I'm not gonna put it in a S tier. I can't, because I'm trying to think. Whenever I get these tasks, whenever I get a gargoyle task on my Iron Man or my main account, I was just like, hey, that's a pretty good task. It's not one I'm like, yes, let's do it. And that's how we get the S criteria. Hellhounds, S tier, definitely. Love killing it on my main. My Iron Man, I don't get them as tasks that much, which is kind of strange. Still need the Smoldering Stone. Spoiler alert on the Iron Man. But I love Cerberus. It's like one of my favorite bosses. Absolutely S tier, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Iron Dragons. I fucking hate Iron Dragons, man. It's another one of those tasks. The drops are not very good. Yes, I know you can get the Draconic Visage or whatever, Visage, however the fuck you pronounce it. Visage, I don't know. But I prefer Steel Dragons so much more. And I actually think I have these blocked on my Iron Man. I don't know if I hate them as much as these other 3, though. So we're going to put them in D tier, which might be the one exception for a task that I know I have blocked on both accounts. No, I'm not. Fuck that. It's going in F tier. There's a reason I have it blocked on both my accounts. It's garbage. Calfights. Very good Slayer XP. It's nice to kill KQ. We are going to put that in B tier, though, because sometimes I don't really kill KQ that often. And, you know, Calfights, the Slayer task is kind of boring. At least it's fast. I've actually never killed Lizardmen on Slayer tasks because I was lucky enough to come through clutch when it comes to getting my Dragon Warhammer. But in terms of, you know, getting the Dragon Warhammer chance, it's pretty good. Plus, you know, killing Shamans in the Slayer only area is a lot, I think, more relaxing and pleasant than killing him otherwise in like the canyon and shit. So I'm gonna put this in B tier, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those things where I can't really relate, so I feel kind of odd putting it somewhere. Usually for those I put it in C tier, but I mean, this thing can drop the Dragon Warhammer. Like, come on. Is this Mithril Dragons? I mean, I should put them higher, but I really don't like Mithril Dragons, to be honest. Like, I think their drop table's kind of outdated. So, because I know they can drop the default helm, but that thing's not worth that much anymore. And I mean, what purpose does it have on an Iron Man? Not much. And they're kind of annoying to kill. So I'm actually going to put it in C tier. Necreals. Ah, yes. Iron Man's best friend. Main account, not so much. You could burst them, I guess. But we're going to put them in A tier. Red Dragons. I've never done a Red Dragons task in my life. I didn't even know you could get them assigned, personally. and you don't hardly get them ever assigned, obviously, as I just said, and I wouldn't block them for that reason, so we're gonna put them in D tier. Is this Rune Dragons? Oh, I love Rune Dragons. Their drops are fantastic. Your boy's trying to get that dragon limbs drop to get that dragon crossbow on Lay Iron Man. Do I put him in S tier? Nah. We'll put him in A tier. Ah, Smoke Devils. Don't like Thermi very much. I'm just going to throw it out there. I really don't like the boss much at all. I do like, I guess, like to burst the Smoke Devils. So we'll put it in B tier. What is it? Spiritual Creatures? I can't remember the last time I did Spiritual Creatures. This is another one I think I might have blocked. I don't know. I just don't like them at all. Spiritual Mages, right? I mean, dude, Dragon Boots are like 500k now. It's insane how expensive they are. We'll put it in C tier. Yeah, we'll put it in C tier. I don't... Yeah, I feel bad for putting it in D tier. Is it Steel Dragons? I don't really love Metal Dragons, but I like them a considerable amount better than Iron Dragons. And usually when I get them assigned, I do kill Steel Dragons for whatever reason. They're not that much better than Iron Dragons, but I have a much, greater like of Steel than Iron. Even with that said, it's borderline... Okay, when it comes down to this, I have to think, do I like it more than these monsters? And do I like it just as much as these? And I don't think I like it just as much as these, so we're going to put it in D tier. Sukwas! Ah, yes, people who canon Slayer tasks love these things. Me, not so much. I would say I cancel them probably 50% of the time, so we're putting it in D tier. Oh, what the fuck are these things? Oh, yes, those are those, like, lizard... monsters. I don't know what the fuck they're called though. I've never gotten them assigned. If I do remember, their drops are pretty good though. For like mid-level Iron Men. Never killed them though, so I don't really know. So I'm gonna put it in C tier, I guess. NA, if there was a section. And then last we have, what is it, Mutated Zygomites? That's F tier. Fuck that thing. I hate those so much. And yeah, we are all done. I did not see Hydra on here, which is kind of strange. Hydra would be S tier for sure. Yeah, I don't know why Hydra's not included. I mean, because they included Drakes and they included whatever the fuck these things are called, but they didn't include Hydras. Kind of strange there, but I didn't make the tier list. I just went ahead and did the tier list, I guess. I guess I did make the tier list, but I didn't construct the template. How about that? Yeah, so I think, let me just scroll through here and double check, just in case there's some things I want to change, in case I'm being kind of unfair to some of these. Okay, I thought this was Myth Dragons for a second. I was like, yo, that's way too high. I think for the most part, I feel like I might be kind of being unfair to Aberrant Specters. We're gonna, ooh, they are gonna be at the top of C. Yeah. So I think I want to put one of these has to go in S tier. One of these has to go in S tier. I'm gonna go with. This is tough, man. I hate this. We're going to go with KBD. We're going to go with Black Dragons, because even if I'm not feeling KBD for whatever reason, which is hogwash, because every time I get Black Dragons, I always do KBD. You can still kill Brutal Black Dragons, which is, they're pretty goddamn good. So yeah, that is going to be it for my Old School RuneScape Slayer Task tier list. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think of my tier list. Are there some monsters that I'm crazy about, or some monsters that I'm dead right about? If you want, I'll put the description. I'll put the link in the description. You can make your own tier list. Because, I find these to be pretty fun, and I would think most RuneScape players would find them rather enjoyable. But yeah, a little disappointed that Hydra's not on here. Spoiler, it would definitely be an S tier because the Hydra boss is fucking sweet. But anyway, guys, episode 59, I believe we're at, of the Zututmag Old School RuneScape Iron Man series should be uploaded hopefully pretty soon. And with that, I will see you guys later.